Six-Headed Down. Greetings, Six-Setters. Today I'll be highlighting the new Magics and Emergencies Expando deck for Trogdor the board game. This is an exciting new add-on deck that requires the full base game to play. So as always, before we begin, let's roll a sad 6. This new deck comes with 3 different types of cards: new action cards, emergency cards, and spell cards. These new cards introduce new gameplay elements that give players more options, more interesting choices, and most importantly, more chaotic burnination. First up, we've got 21 brand new action cards. These are additions to the action deck from the base game, featuring such standouts as Tunnel Breath, Flaming Haldo, Peasant Intern, and Rollover Minutes, which I'm sure the young people will totally get. So let's try one of them out. Knight Moves is a new action card that lets Trogdor move like a chess knight to a new spot from which to start his turn. So let's see. If Trogdor is here, then don't want to move this way, knight. Don't want to move that way, also knight. But this way I can start my turn right atop this peasant, that I may chomp or burninate as I please. Next up, we have a totally new class of card, the titular emergency cards. These communal cards have abilities that can be used at any time on anyone's turn, including Phase 2 of gameplay, when the countryside does their thing. There are 10 of these cards, and you start the game with 1, while the other 9 are shuffled into the action deck. See, they look the same on the back, so it's a surprise. When you draw one during the game, you don't have to use it right then. You just place it face up on the table and draw another action card. You can have more than one emergency card available at a time and use as many as you want on a turn. We've got Movement Card Snob, Troghammer Rejection, and Third String Keeper. Check this one out. Choose any one keeper not currently in the game, like still in the box. For this turn, use both their power and the current player's power. Imagine 2 keeper powers at once. Look at how excited poor Hardy Barty is there. Hoping to get the call up from Coach.
I'm sorry, Hadry Badry. I gotta go with my number 1 guy.
Now entering the board game, number 47, Reggie to Pay.
So let's say I've just finished my actions and I draw this movement card. Oh no, this knight is going to repair this cottage that I just burninated. How frustrating. But wait, if I play Third String Keeper and I've got old war checks still in the box, I can bring them in to prevent the knight from repairing. Sorry, Sir Reparo of Mason Knight. We won't be needing your services today. And finally, we have the Spell of Unvoidening cards. This new type of card has 3 tasks on it, and if they are completed in a single turn, you get to bring a peasant back from the void. So let's take a look at one. Our active spell card has these 3 tasks. Burninate a tile Trogdor is not on, which means he'll have to use a special type of card or item. Visit a tile directly south of any knight. Visiting is defined as Trogdor touching it at any point during a turn, including starting on it. And end your turn on a burninated forest tile. Now, completing these spell cards may take some planning, or even sacrificing a whole turn to pull it off. But it can be well worth it if the old Trog meter is getting low on peasants. So let's say I drew Majesty. That gives me 5 actions, and before my turn, I may burninate any tile on the board for free. So I'm going to choose this one, a tile Trogdor is not on, and there's my first task complete. Then I'll visit a tile directly south of the knight. That's 1, 2 actions. Second task down. And last, I'll move east. That's 3 actions. East, 4 actions. And then for my 5th action, I'll burninate this forest tile, thusly completing the 3rd task and successfully casting a spell of unvoiding. So we can bring one peasant back from the void. And once you complete a spell card, you simply turn over a new one with new tasks to complete. Now that you know what each new card type does, I'll show you how to set up a game using the new Expando deck. I guess. We'll set the spell cards of Unvoiding over here, next to the Void. That's convenient. And we turn over the top card. That will be our first active spell. Then we make sure our emergency cards are separated from the deck and shuffled. And we drew one and placed it face up here. Now we'll shuffle in the 21 new action cards into the existing action deck and deal each of our players their starting action card, just like in a normal game. Now that we've done that, we can shuffle in the remaining 9 emergency cards into the action deck. Oh, and in the least exciting news possible, the Expando deck comes with 3 additional Troghammer cards. The action deck is bigger now, so this is their attempt to balance the gameplay. Hopefully you draw Troghammer Rejection so you can shut that riveted bully down.
You see? Now that's what I'm talking about, Hedro Badro. Sit that mess down, son.
So that's the Magics and Emergencies Expando deck. I feel like it breathes fiery new breath into Trogdor the board game, and I hope you do too. So until next time, let's roll a sad 6.